Yo, what is happening, guys? Undisputed Vlogs here, and today we're back for another Undisputed podcast, and as always, I'm back with Shay.
Hello, what's happening?
How was your week?
I was alright.
Did anything overly interesting happen, or was it just the same? Because mine was just the same, really.
I was just the same time, like, I was working till like 7:30, so I got up, I went to work, I came home, I got my dinner, and I went to bed, and that was the whole week. So
those are the worst shifts as well.
Yeah, I've started watching, I've started to watch Supernatural again, because you know I was watching Supernatural last year, and then I just fell into this thing of just fucking, I can't watch it because every single episode I was getting to was the same. It was all angels and demons, and there was no real like adventure, different type of stuff like there was in the first season, you know?
Yeah.
Whenever they did Bloody Mary and they did all that. But I started watching it again, and I'm nearly finished the season that I was on. I think I'm on like the last episode of the season. I'm going to go into season 10 now. There's 15 seasons, so I'm actually really liking it again, because it's good to get back into it after that not brief, but I was breaking it off. I mean, during that break I watched Cobra Kai twice. I watched
iCarly.
I watched Victorious. I watched Drake and Josh, and then I watched all 5 seasons of Breaking Bad as well. So that was during that time, and then another couple of months because I played loads of games. Didn't watch any TV shows, so I haven't watched it from I think June or something.
I think it has been
so
about
it's
June.
really good to get back.
We did a podcast on supernatural creatures. Actually, I don't think it was June, but it was close to June.
Yeah, that's whenever I was really into it, like,
Yeah.
you know, but now I'm sort of getting back into it because it's actually good and you can see what's happening with it and everything.
Because you took a break from it,
Season
because it's
10.
like, it's a long ass fucking series, like.
There's about 20. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, there's about 23 or so episodes a season, and every episode is an hour long.
Yeah. That's a long series.
It is. You know, so you're sitting there for ages, and you feel like you've gotten through 3 episodes and you've only been there for like 1, you know, and you're like, holy crap. You know, but it's so good. It's so good.
It's the perfect series for lockdown, because you have a long time to watch it, and it's going to take you a long time to watch it.
Exactly. That's why I flipped and decided to watch it then in lockdown, you know. Oh, but no, it's good. How's your week been? Same.
I've been recording a lot, I guess, like to pre-record a lot. My plan is it's the 30th. I'm not gonna get it done because like obviously the lighting screws it up, so I can't record as late. And then I make my mum dinner every night, which takes about an hour. So and then I'm just tired after that, because like see when you're taking shit out of the oven and the smoke is constantly going in your eyes, and you have a bad back like me and you keep having to lean down, you're in a lot of pain after making dinner. And like I know dinner does, like making like boiled eggs, bacon and fish isn't that hard, it's really not. But see when you have a really bad back and you have to lean down constantly, you get really tired afterwards. Like, I'm not even making an excuse, like, it's a hard thing to do. It's just I have a bad back, and it's starting to really affect me now. So, I can't sit on this stool for ages afterwards, but I've been trying to pre-record, because I wanted by the 1st of February to be at least half a month ahead on the Vlogs channel, and half a month ahead on the Gamer channel. The Gamer channel, I am 2.5 weeks ahead, so I'm just over half a month, and the Vlogs channel I'm a week, like 4 videos ahead, because obviously the podcast we do it whenever you're free, so I'm like 4 videos ahead, so I'm almost 2 weeks ahead, so I've almost got it. But I'm gonna try and just pre-record a lot now, if my back stops being like this. If I had a proper leather chair like I used to, it would be fine, but I can't sit on this stool with my back is really sore at the minute. Like, I'm not showing any emotion, but my back is killing me at the minute, and as soon as we finish this first part, I'm lying down before we do the second part. But I've just been trying to do that. What?
Please don't fall asleep.
I would have fallen asleep, not fucking tired. I slept for like a whole 6 hours. I'm not tired. A whole 6 hours. If I sleep for an hour longer, I'll get a headache. But yeah. Then I've just been watching a lot of basketball. Yeah. The Cavs played the Lakers. Bastards. Do you know where LeBron plays for the Lakers?
Yeah.
The Cavs played the Lakers, and to be fair, we only lost by like 10 points. And a lot of people's like, oh, but you lost by 10 points. But considering the Lakers are one of the favourites to win the championship, and the Cavs are very, very not going to win the like they're not very good. We've actually been doing pretty well. We've been doing better against the better teams in the league than we have against the worst teams in the league, which is weird. But yeah, we played the Lakers, and I literally watched the highlights as soon as I finished because I was playing the PlayStation at that point. So I watched the highlights, and I was like, right, cool. So LeBron can choose any game he wants to drop like, what was it, 42 points, 45 points or something like that. It was like 46 points or something like that. And I was like, he can choose any game. Why did he choose to do it against us? I'm like, you can drop that any game you want to. Why did you do it against us?
Right.
Fuck
is
you.
Is there a championship every year?
Yeah.
Like every year?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's NBA Finals every year. Because the way it goes is, I don't know how it's working this year. Because the season started. I don't know how the NBA season is going to work from now on. Because it has a certain schedule like every other sport. But obviously COVID set that back. And they had a short season last year, which was called the Bubble, where they all went to Orlando and they all played in the same arena, and they were all in like this massive bubble, so nobody was traveling. And they got fans to pay for a screen, and that's why the NBA was allowed to go on, because nobody was traveling, they were in a bubble and all, so they were smart about it. But now they're not in a bubble anymore, I don't think. I think they're actually just traveling again. But I think they're doing, like, do you know what the sidemen do before shoot? I think they're doing that. Before you leave your hotel, you have to get tested, and before you enter the arena, you have to get tested. I think I'm pretty positive that they're testing you like every single time you play to make sure that if you test positive, you're not walking in that arena, because obviously basketball, you're going to be close to each other, and like all the managers, like the coaches, wear a mask. But obviously, if you're running about, you can't wear a mask because it's gonna affect your breathing. So, but no, it's so the season now. We're probably about 15 games in, I'd say. And there's about 82 games in a season. But I don't know if there will be 82 because we started late. But then it'll end up going into, because there's two conferences, there's 16 teams in conference. 8 teams out of each conference make it, you know what I mean? So the 8 out of the East that are the best, and the 8 out of the West are the best. And then they do it like a tier list, which makes sense but doesn't. So in the East and the West, say. So the East... the number 1 spot, which is the best team in the East, faces the number 8 spot, which you're kind of just like, how is that fair? Because it's number 8 versus number 1. But then again, if you had number 1 versus number 2, it would get the good matches out of the way already, and then the rest would be boring. So yeah, number 8 plays number 1 plays number 8, number 2 plays number 7, and like it keeps going on. And then the winner of number 1 and 8 will play the winner of, I think then it jumps down, I think it's 4 and 5, I think it is. Then it'll keep going on, so there's 3 rounds. You go to the first round. If you win, you move on. The second round, then you go, the second round's the semi-finals. You play the team that won the other one. Then you play the conference finals, and then if you win that, you go into the finals against the best team from the other conference, and then it's the first to win 4 games in every series, and then that's it. And then they usually, I think the NBA season is off for about 3 months, 4 months, and then it comes back. But I don't know how it's going to work this year because of COVID. Because, like I said, it got a late start, so.
But
that's hopefully it's not that much of a difference.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
See.
But oh yes, Daniel is now a member of the Hangover gang. Yay!
Fucking sweet.
No, because he constantly said he liked Best Rapper Ever and he liked I Hate Hip Hop, but he said he just didn't like Tom MacDonald. And I remember I said to him, "Why do you not like Tom MacDonald?" He goes, "I just don't like him. He just doesn't seem like the person I would like, nor do I like his music." And I'm like, "But have you actually listened to his music?" He goes, "No, but he doesn't seem like the person I'd like his music." And I'm like, "Okay, fair enough." And then he listened to Fake Woke, And he sent me screenshots. He goes, I swear to God, the song made me do it. The first screenshot was Tom McDonald's channel. The second screenshot was Tom McDonald's channel, but the subscribe button was hit. He goes, I swear to God, the song made me do it. And I said to him, you see, because I honestly think Daniel would like his music. Because I said to Daniel, do you like music where he talks about real shit, but it sounds good? And he said, yeah. And I'm like, well, then you like his music. I said, I'd suggest to listen to, like, because he's already likes best rapper ever. I'm like, the ones recently, listen to Angels, listen to Sellout, listen to No Lives Matter, listen to Cancer. I'm like, listen to all them, because they talk about real shit, but they sound good. I said, that's why I like him, because he doesn't talk about bullshit. He speaks facts, but it's not like he just speaks. It actually sounds good. Because if it didn't sound good, I wouldn't listen to him. Because I'm like, you need it to sound good as well as speaking facts. Because I want to be able to, like, I want to enjoy the music and not just like what you're saying, you know what I mean? But I suggest a few songs to him, but he's part of the Hangover gang.
Yeah.
Yes. One of us. Yeah. There's.
Actually, I have a story for that.
What?
So it's not that long.
Okay.
It's yesterday I was sitting there, so it was, and everyone had left because I think they leave at about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So they do. So I was sitting there in work. My shift was no one on it, so I stuck my headphones in.
Yeah.
So this was about 10 to 5.
Yeah.
So as I stuck my headphones in, went down, scrolled down to the what was it? It's like a playlist, like made for you, playlist 1, playlist 2, because I listen to all different types of music.
Yeah.
But this one was solely rap. Clicked on the first song, or just clicked on the thing, let it play through, and I'd never heard this song before, but it was Tom McDonald, and it was fake woke. And I was like, dude, this song is meant to like come out in like 10 minutes. I get to listen to this shit early, and I was so happy. So I listened to it, and it was great. Still haven't seen the video though, but I listened to it.
I mean, you know what the song says, so you don't really need to see the video.
So, but I want to, because Nova tells a story, so
Well, no, I like the video. I'm just saying you don't need to see the video. I just personally like watching the video because his song gets released early. Yeah. I could react to the song early, but I prefer watching the video when I react to the song as well because I enjoy it. I'm one of those people. Like I like my visuals. I'm one of those people. That's why I like Dax and his freestyle so much because Dax actually performs. He will freestyle for about 5 straight minutes and he'll do all these arm movements and people take the piss out of him because it does look ridiculous. But you're like, he's doing all these arm movements while remembering his lyrics. That's impressive. Like he's actually performing and it's like visually good and that's why I like him. But yeah, no, I did my reaction to Tom McDonald. Brandon texted me straight after saying, what did you think? I go, I think it's a really good song. There's some things I disagree with, but it's a good song. But yeah. The thing I wanted to move on to, because we're going to go on a break soon, obviously at like half or so, but I wanted to move on to this. I mentioned this, I want you to tell people what you're going to wear at your wedding, just so they can see when I say this is the most Shay wedding I've ever heard of. Because you guys will know, like, you've seen Shay in videos, so you know Shay's type of personality. So I want you to see if you can match the personality to the fit on the wedding night, because it's just such a Shay wedding. I want you to tell me.
Right, I've said it before, right? So, I'm gonna put my hood up for this shit to look cool. Right.
It's gonna wear a hoodie as well.
Yes. No, goggles, no. I get that fucking, but it's a woman's thing and it's seen as a big woman's thing. Oh, women need to have their special day, their special outfit. But I'm like, nah,
no,
it's like...
It's for both of you.
I'm gonna have my special day and I'm gonna wear what I want, So, basically, I've already sorted it out. Like, I'm 20 years old and I've already sorted out what I'm wearing for my wedding. So, it's a white tuxedo, right? Mm-hmm. So a white tuxedo and a white top hat.
Yep.
Okay. But now it depends, right? So if I go for a white tuxedo and a black shirt,
yes,
then I will also wear a white tie.
Yep.
Because that looks fucking sick. But if I go for a white tuxedo and a white shirt, then I will wear a black tie. But I'm thinking about I'm thinking about going for the white or for the black the white tie.
You're wearing a white tuxedo. then you have to wear a black shirt. You can't have the shirt matching the suit. I don't think that's right.
Exactly.
I think you have to have the opposite. If you're wearing a white tuxedo, I know you're supposed to be wearing bright colours, but if you're wearing a white tuxedo, I think you wear a black shirt and a white tie, because that stands out. Where if you wear all white, it's not standing out and it's not noticeable, and it's kind of just like, you just wearing all white. Where if you wear white and black, plus you're wearing a black shirt, it's different to everybody else because they're wearing a white shirt.
Exactly. And that's the way it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking. There's gonna be a cane as well. Not cane, but like a walking stick, but a cool looking walking stick because it's me.
Like that one out
so
of
it's gonna be
2. That's actually a shocker. That's something I can imagine you having. It's like, it's in Saints Row 2, you get at the end of the game, it's a walking stick, and like, well, it's like a pimp stick basically, and you walk like a pimp with it, but then if you press R2 you shoot somebody with it. It's actually a gun, but it's in the shape. I can imagine you having something like that and hanging it up on your wall.
It's like the Penguin's umbrellas from Batman, you know. One of them is just a fucking machine gun. That's so sick. No, yeah, so it's gonna be that, you know. But also, it's not gonna be, you know, I don't know, because there's gonna be like a big white top hat, and I'm gonna be standing there and with it walking down, and that noise was the fucking that was the cane hitting the ground, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a big.
That's not how a cane hits the ground.
That's a whip.
That's how a whip hits somebody.
Yeah, we'll save that for the honeymoon, you know. So.
I could imagine. I was waiting for you to go, oh, you think that's crazy? You should see what I'm wearing for the honeymoon.
Nothing.
Except the top hat.
Yeah, the top hat and the sock, and the tie, the top hat and the tie, or that.
Not even his shirt, just a tie and a top hat.
Yeah, nothing else, no boxers, no nothing, because we're spending the whole 2 weeks in the bedroom. It's gonna be great. You know, it's just gonna be the same as it always is, you know. But, you know, it's just, you know, it's going to be better because we're married now, so, you know, it's great. So, you know, but, yeah, that's what it's going to be like. Also, it's not going to be in a church or nothing. I've already said this, like, I want my wedding to be in, like, a lake, you know, so I can just drown the bitch afterwards, you know, so I can fucking...
You take out my money!
No. You want an annulment? Fuck you. No, a prenup or whatever it is. But, yeah, it's gonna be like in like a lake, you know, like swamp from Shrek and shit. If I can do that accent properly, I don't know. But it's gonna be in a swamp, sort of, not from Shrek, but it's gonna be in like a lake, and we're gonna be in like this decking, and it's like there's gonna be like this decking here, and then this sort of longish type walk bridge thing, and then it's gonna go in like this circle to where me and the chick, whoever she is, and then the wee Christian dude is standing and shit like that. And then he's gonna speak and whatnot. I don't know, like priest, but if he's a priest, I can't have small boys at the wedding, so, you know. Because that's just. I don't know. What do you want me to say? An atheist guy is going to marry us in the name of Lord? You know, I don't.
Is it weird?
Like, I'm not a Christian, but.
Our version of a priest is just a minister, isn't it?
I have no fucking idea.
I think ours is a minister. They're the same thing, like, but I think ours is a minister.
I just thought it was like the gospel guy that stands up there and goes, "Hail Jesus," and everything. You know, it's great.
You should get the choir to read for you. You know where they go, would you take this, blah blah blah. You should get the choir to sing it. It would be different then. Instead of somebody just sitting there reading it, it would be a choir singing it, and then you could even hire somebody to sing your vows. As you do the vocals.
Or as the wedding's done and we're walking out, you just get the choir to sing, "Holy fucking shit, it really happened! Holy fucking shit, it really happened!" And then
how long until they get divorced? How long until they get divorced? I give them 6 months. I give them 6 months.
36 hours and counting. 36 hours and counting. Yo, I'll be sick. I would do that, like, you know. Oh, I didn't mention the car as well. Car 55 Chevy Bel Air. That's what it's going to be. If you don't know what it is, Google it. But white with a black roof. Yeah, it's sick. So that's my wedding. And if my girl doesn't want that, you know, then too bad.
Well, you're not gonna get it exactly like that.
No, I know. I'm if I don't get you know, the Chevy Bel Air, I'll happily take a hippie van, like. You know, that's me. Like, you know, the only thing I'm compromising on is the car. I'm not compromising on anything I'm wearing or the swamp with Shrek in it. You know, like, you know, because Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and shit like that.
You're even gonna make it a rule that people coming have to dress up as Shrek characters.
Yeah, Donkey and the Dragon. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the wee 3 Munchkin kids that, you know, whenever they go, the fucking their ears do that shit. You know, the whistle through their ears or whatever. I've seen Shrek. I know what happens.
I've seen Shrek. I know what happens. The confidence there, like, I know what I'm talking about. Don't cry.
Can you tell that I winked as well? The camera never said that.
I mean, kind of, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I love how yours is like ballet. If I get married, which I probably won't, if I'm being honest, it would be cool to do it on a beach. That'd be sick. The beach is sick. Like, I don't want it in a church. A church is boring and everybody does it. You know me. I don't like doing the same shit that everybody else does. I like doing something different to add my own little spice to it. I don't want to have this basic in a church the exact same way as everybody else went. I want to add my little spice to it. Because you know me, I don't like doing things that other people do. I want to do it my way. Exactly. I want to create it my way so I can like be like, oh yeah, it's similar, but this is mine. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, I like having it my way. But
and that's fair.
Yeah. But then again, like, probably won't get married, so it doesn't make a difference.
Yo, you know, at the end of the day, marriage is just the same thing as being in a relationship, except for now you have a label to put on it. Yeah.
And you may lose money in the process.
Exactly. Though the main thing is you're gonna have to compromise. And by compromise, I mean you're gonna have to get her to be able to compromise with you, because you know this is not gonna happen if you don't compromise. This is not gonna happen. Like, fuck.
It's like this wedding's gonna make me broke. No, this wedding's gonna make us broke. No, yeah, no, I fucking. Yours is like different. I was just like, man on a beach because the beach is sick. Like, that's just it.
But have you not seen the Simpsons episode from them? Like, that's the only reason why I wouldn't have mine on the beach.
Why?
And it's like, because you have the food all sitting out like that, and then seagulls are at the food, you know, and then like Millhouse's fucking dad and mum is there and shit because it's their wedding and shit, you know.
But you could, you don't have to set the food outside. I said the wedding would be outside, like the reception. You could have the food inside.
Oh, fair enough.
It's like, do you know the put it inside? You've watched That's My Boy, right?
No.
The disappointment in my face is immeasurable.
That's why I smile.
No, yeah, That's My Boy. They literally have, where say the beach, they have it up from the beach on like grass, and they have like the reception. That's the way I kind of like it. I would kind of like it where it's on like the edge of the beach, so it's like it ain't near the water. Because knowing my luck, you know what my luck is like. I'm not going near the water in a tuxedo because I was about to say something and I was like, no, I was wrong. It will splash over me. So, yeah. So, but at the end of it, that'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Do you know what? Like, your luck is so bad, right? Like at the point, like, you know, it's got to the point where if you have a fucking wedding on a beach, like, a fucking whale will jump out and like land on you and crush you. Like that's to the point of like your luck right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yes.
Like you're like, you're on the beach but you're a mile away from the sea because the tide's way out. A shark just jumps up and then just eats your face. You know what I mean? It just jumps the whole fucking. Yeah.
That sounds like something that would happen to me. Yeah.
I'd record it and put it on your YouTube so you can get like loads of hits for your death.
Yes.
At your funeral as well. This is what he wanted. Yeah.
The choir, this is what he wanted. Yes. Why does that sound like Willy Wonka?
100 billion views. You know, just do that.
Oh my god.
I'll put your million subscriber play button and with your coffin so you can die with it. You know.
Yes.
Fucking sick.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
It's like at my funeral, I want you to close my hand, but lift my middle finger up. So and I want it to be an open coffin. So as everybody walks over, I'm flipping everybody off one last time.
Yeah. You're just like, and the fuck your two, and the fuck your three, and the fuck your four. Yeah. Shit. See in my coffin, I want you to stick a flashlight in it. Just so it'll be funny. I can feel the feeling one last time, but it's not real. It's good.
By the way you're growing your fucking hair out, you're gonna need a bigger fucking coffin. Your hair just hangs out of the coffin.
Sorry, that noise is me flicking my hair.
No, yeah, I just wanted you to tell that story because I found it very funny. But now you can see what I mean whenever I say he's having the most shy wedding ever. I feel like what they've seen of you in videos and podcasts, your personality, they know that that's a shy wedding. But I especially know it's a shy wedding because I'm actually friends with you, so I know what a shy wedding is and not is it. It's just everything that's not normal for a normal basic wedding.
Yeah, and like there's no food. It's just like all the food, like, you know the way they order so much food for a wedding and spend so much shit? Yeah. No, just give me a big, like 6 big huge plates of ham and I'm sweet, you know.
Fair enough.
Or spaghetti or something, you know, fucking yes. It'd ruin the white tuxedo, but it's spaghetti for a reason.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think we'll go on a break here. And then we'll come back and then I'll try and find a topic and then we'll ask questions or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted you to tell that story because I found it hilarious. But yes,
yo, it's great.
Well, so yeah, we'll go on a break. Right, so we're back. Do you have any topics that you want to talk about, like short topics or whatever, right now, or no?
Ooh, no.
Okay. Before we even get on to the questions, I just want to state these few things first off. I just want to see your reaction to one of them. I'm pretty sure you've heard it in the group. Jake Paul is fighting a UFC fighter now. I just want to see your reaction to it.
Is he boxing a UFC fighter?
Yes.
What the fuck? It's not going to prove anything.
I can't say. I don't know his name. Ben Askren. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like Ben Askren, I think it is. Yeah. See, like Cameron Stevenson made a good point. He said like, "Oh, Ben, he still boxes because he's a UFC fighter." I'm like, yeah, he does, because UFC fighters are forced to learn boxing as well because you can stand and fight. But it's kind of just like he'll still be forced to train UFC while training for boxing because they won't let him fall out of the habit of UFC. So
exactly.
And then like Cameron said like, yeah, but Ben's been boxing a lot longer than Jake, and I'm like, yeah, but Jake is taking the boxing aspect more seriously than Ben because Ben's more focused on UFC. So I'm kind of just like, I even said, me and Cameron have a battle on it, and I said, I honestly put my money on Jake, I'm not going to lie. I don't care if the guy is a UFC fighter, I honestly have my money on Jake. And I said, me and Cameron have a tenner on it, and I said to Cameron, I don't know, I can't win. And I said, because if Jake Paul wins, yes, I get a tenner. But Jake wins, and now he's going to talk more, and I'm going to have to listen to him. Like, but then it's like, if Jake loses, now I owe you a tenner, so I've lost a tenner. So I'm like, I don't know what's worse. Do I want Jake to win and have to listen to his shit but get a tenner, or do I want to lose a tenner and actually get him to shut up? I honestly said, I think the price of a tenner may be worth just not hearing from Jake for a couple months. He just needs to shut up for once. I said, like, what?
He knows he's a fucking
Jake,
idiot.
yeah. No, it's just like, I just want an entire month where I don't hear Jake just mouthing off. Like, you're good. You've won your first couple of fights. Good for you. Now, people are sick of you, right? Good for you. Now just shut the fuck up for like a month because we're all just sick of you at this point. Like, if you're doing well, fair enough. You're working hard, fair enough. But stop telling us that you've won fights. Okay, we get it.
Yeah.
You knocked out somebody. You beat up somebody who didn't train. You knocked out somebody who knocked himself over, and you beat up an NBA player who didn't have 0 years of boxing experience and ran at you with his hands down. We get it. You're amazing. We get it.
It's like it doesn't prove anything. That's like fucking me and Tony Hawk doing a BMX riding competition. Like, that's not going to prove anything because we don't do BMX.
Yeah.
He does skateboarding and I sit in my bedroom. So you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't fucking do anything.
No, it's like I've said, right? I've said many times. I will give Jake Paul the credit he deserves. I will give him the credit at the fact that he is a decent boxer. I'll give him it.
Yeah.
He's a decent boxer considering he started as a YouTuber. He's been boxing for like 3 years maybe. He's quite good. But the thing is, I'm not going to give you full fucking credit until you fight somebody who has the same experience as you and you beat them. See, if you fight somebody who has the same experience as you and you knock them out, I will commend you. I will give you a fucking clap and I will say well done. But the thing is, you beat Deji, right? Who didn't train. Yes, you beat him, but he didn't train and he still gave you a decent fight. You beat Gib when Gib knocked himself over. Yes, you beat him, fair enough, but he knocked himself over. And then you beat Nate Robinson. No offense, right? I cannot box for shit. I can't state this enough. I know how to street fight. I know how to grapple. I know how to throw punches, but I can't box. At least I've never tried to box, and I highly doubt it because I would rather have freedom. You know what I mean? I would assume I could not box for shit, but I could have beat... I'm not saying I could have knocked him out like Jake did. I'm not saying that, but I could have beaten Nate Robinson. Anybody could. Because you're basically fighting a guy with no arms because his arms were down at all times and he ran towards you. So it's like you were basically fighting somebody with no arms. I could have beat that. Not saying I could have beat him as good as Jake because Jake can box and I can't. But it's like I could have put up more of a fight against Jake than Nate did, and Jake would have still knocked me out. Don't get me wrong, but I would have at least put up more of a fight. And I've never fucking boxed. That just shows like you know what I mean. So it's kind of just like. He's fighting UFC fighter now. You beat Ben Askren. I'll give you credit because you beat a combat sport, like an actual athlete. I will give you credit because you've actually beat somebody who has experience in combat. But it still isn't solely boxing. So when you beat a proper boxer, I'll give you credit if you beat Ben, but I will give you full credit when you beat someone who's trained as long as you and you beat him. Then I will give you full credit. Stop trying to box people that don't fucking box. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Like I've said a million times, like Jake calling out, like say Dylan Damas, you don't know who he is, but you know Conor McGregor. Dylan Damas is basically, he's good buddies with Conor McGregor, and he is one of the best grapplers or something, right? And Jake tried to call him out and said, "Oh, he's a good fighter, blah blah blah, so I'll fight him." And I'm like, "He's a grappler, man. You don't grapple in boxing." Him being everybody saying, "Oh, he'll beat Jake," I'm like, no. He won't, because he's one of the best grapplers in the world. You don't grapple in boxing. So it's as simple as this. See, all your grappling experience, good for you, well done. You're a black belt in multiple martial arts, good for you. That goes out the fucking window, because you can't use that. See, I don't care how experienced you are. See if you get into a boxing ring, and you're a very experienced grappler. Fair enough, you're a very experienced grappler. But see if you can't use it, it's out the window. It doesn't matter, because you're not able to use it anyway. So it's like that. It's like if LeBron James called out Ronaldo to a basketball game and LeBron just beat Ronaldo like 50-0 and LeBron bragged about it, people would look at him like, "You fucking serious? You beat somebody who doesn't play basketball? Go call out Michael Jordan or go call out like Kevin Durant or something. Call out somebody who actually plays basketball and beat them 50-0 and then talk shit." You know, but if LeBron called out Ronaldo and beat him, people would look at him like, "You fucking twat. Like, you beat somebody who didn't play basketball." Like... As you go over to football and he'll do the same to you because you don't play football.
Yeah, it's like what was it? Johnny Lawrence in Cobra Kai. He says, "Fuck, what did he say?" He says, "Who would you respect more?" Or what? He goes, "What snake or something would you respect more? The one that killed the lion or the one that killed the injured monkey?"
Exactly.
And Aisha, she goes, "The lion. Why? Because he's the king of the, you know, the wildlife or whatever.
Exactly.
He's the king of the jungle or whatever, you know." But it's because he's not injured, and the injured in that sentence is the fact that they don't have any fucking experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's just dumb.
Or they're smaller. That's one thing. This will be the first fight that Jake will have. I don't know how tall Ben is, but this will be the first fight that the person is probably equally as size as Jake. He fought Deji, which is like 5'8". He's smaller than me. He fought Gib, which is probably about 5'8". He's smaller than me. And he fought Nate Robinson, which is like 5'10", 5'11", which is about the same size as me. I think Deji and Gib are a couple inches, like 2 inches shorter than me. Nate Robinson is probably about my height. I don't think he's 6 foot, but if he is, he's just hitting it, but he's still smaller. So everybody Jake has fought, He's had more experience than. He's had more experience than. He's fucking had a better reach than, and he's been taller than. So this would be like the first fight. I literally need to charge my phone in here. It's still recording, like I'm still talking, but I need to fucking plug it in before it fucking dies. But yeah,
I should do that.
everybody Jake has fucking fought has been smaller than him and shit. And this will be like the first person, but it's still a UFC fighter, it's not a boxer. I want to see him box somebody who actually boxes. And then,
that's the thing, it doesn't prove anything, it just proves, oh wow, I'm better boxing than someone who doesn't fucking box. You know, it doesn't prove that you're good.
I mean, like I said, if he beats him, I'll give him props because Ben does have experience in boxing. This is the first time he's fighting somebody who actually has experience in boxing. I will give Jake props. But until you fight somebody who specializes in boxing, I'm not giving you props because it's like my main sport's basketball. I've played basketball since I was a young fucking age. If I challenge somebody who was originally a footballer but played basketball sometimes and beat them, I'm not going to brag because yeah, they play basketball sometimes, but they don't take it serious like I do. They take football serious. Basketball's a side thing. Like Ben, UFC's his main thing. Yes, he trains boxing like 2 days a week, but that is still a side thing. He isn't solely focused on that, so he hasn't been able to reach his top level of boxing, and that's my point. But that's happening in April. He called out KSI again, blah blah blah, and then yeah. I love what I was on Twitter when it happened, and Jake called out KSI, and KSI just tweeted, "I live in his head rent free." Because KSI was on like this thing with Toby from the Sidemen, and he was talking because Jake said that KSI is using excuses, that he can't train in the UK, blah blah blah, and KSI said it straight. He's like, "Well, I can't," and he goes, "There is a global fucking pandemic," and Jake tried to be smart and go, "Oh, well, I moved from California to Miami, and I can do it," and it was as simple as like KSI just said, like, that's America. COVID is worse in the UK than America, so that's first point. Second off, KSI has his boxing license in California where he fought Logan. He doesn't have a professional boxing license in the UK, which means he's not allowed to train properly, because he wouldn't be allowed to go and see, because Jake said, "Oh, Anthony Joshua's trained in the UK," and you're like, "Yes, but he's a professional boxer." That's his job. You're allowed to go leave your home and do this and that if it's your job. JJ isn't a professional boxer, so he's viewed as an amateur boxer, so it's not essential. Where if he had his boxing license over here, he would be allowed to go to a gym and get professional training. He would be allowed if he had his boxing license, but he doesn't have his boxing license over here, so he can't properly train. So Jake's saying, "Oh, I moved from California to America." Well, that's because America's system's fucking corrupt, and you can do whatever you want over there.
Yeah.
COVID's worse
And also,
here, but it's like
Jake
JJ
doesn't
just
fucking
said.
believe in COVID.
Yeah, Jake doesn't fucking think COVID is a thing because he's a fucking idiot. It's like you have your opinions, Jake. I respect some parts, but say about this whole COVID thing, if you think COVID is a fucking hoax, you're fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
Exactly.
You can say, anyone watching this who thinks it is a hoax, you probably think I'm stupid for taking it serious. That's fine if you want to think that. That's fine. But I think it's stupid if you don't take it serious. But yeah, no, it's that. And then Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather has been postponed. So. To be fair, I'm not surprised. It actually got postponed, and I don't know the exact reason, but I heard rumours that it was lack of interest. And I'm like, yeah, I was like, to be honest, I'm not fucking surprised. Because first off, I even stated, I said, "Oh, I'll watch it," but I'm not excited for it because I already know who's the better boxer. I literally said, I'm 99.9% positive Mayweather will win. I have 0.1 because one punch can change anything, and if Logan landed a good punch, he could beat Mayweather. And I said, but I highly doubt it's going to happen. So I already know the results, so I'm not excited. And then they haven't done any press conferences or anything because it's an exhibition kind of. It is, but it isn't. And Logan's a YouTube star and Floyd Mayweather's a professional boxer, so there's no real hype, because if Logan gets up and goes, "Oh, I'm going to like outbox you for all those rounds," people are going to be like, "You couldn't outbox a YouTuber, what are you talking about?" It's like, I like Logan, but you're like, Logan, no offense, you couldn't beat JJ, right? And here's the thing, even if Logan says he still believes he beat JJ because of the knockdown, fair enough, you won't believe that, you did. But even if you believe you beat JJ, you still only beat him by 2 points and he was a YouTuber. If you're only beating a YouTuber by 2 points, it's a bad thing you're fighting professional. See, at least Jake, right? This is where I give props to Jake. At least KSI and Logan Paul, the first one, was a draw. At least Jake beat Deji. He didn't let it go to decision. When he fought Gibb, at least he beat Gibb. And then when he fought Nate Robinson, he knocked Nate Robinson clean fucking out. Like, Nate Robinson lay in the mat for about a good 5 minutes. So even though his opponents weren't that good, he finished them. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're getting into a ring with Floyd fucking Mayweather, which you could argue. I don't believe he's the greatest of all time. I still believe Muhammad Ali, but you could argue he's the greatest of all time. So it's kind of just like, there's no hype because we know who's the better boxer, and the only way you win is if you land a lucky punch because there's no fucking way you're outboxing. You know what I mean? It's like there's no way in hell you're outboxing him. You have as much chance of doing that as I have dunking on LeBron. It ain't fucking happening. If you knock him out by landing one lucky punch, fair enough. But you ain't outboxing. Like, come back down to earth.
No.
Like, but yeah, it's
they're
been...
all just...
What?
Like, I'm sorry, in my opinion, they're all just fucking up their own arses at this point.
They are, yeah.
So
they are, yeah.
they're fucking just...
But that's been postponed, and then Jake will be fighting a UFC fighter in April. So like I said, I think Jake will win. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care who wins because I'm not a fan of Ben Askren. I don't dislike him, but I just haven't followed him, so I don't really care. I don't really care. Like to be fair, see every fight Jake has, I don't honestly care if Jake wins the fight or not, because although I dislike Jake, like I said, I don't wish for his life to fall apart. If he trains hard and if he trains his ass off and he gets in that ring and he wins the fight, I will give him props. You know what I mean? I'm not praying. I'm not struggling to. I'm not losing sleep at night saying, "Oh, I hope Jake gets knocked out because I fucking hate him." I don't care if Jake wants to win as many boxing matches. It's when it comes to KSI, I want him to lose. It's like you beat whoever the fuck you want, but see when you fight KSI, I hope KSI knocks your fucking head off. Like, I really do. See, anybody else you want to fight, you beat them whatever way you want, but I just hope KSI knocks your fucking head off. Just because I'm obviously biased, but outside of that, I wanted Nate the win, I want to give the win, I wanted Edge to win, but that's because I like them. See, if you fight somebody I'm not interested in, if you win, fair enough. If you don't win, fair enough. I'm not going to be bothered about it. But it's just like, I don't care if Jake wins the fight. I just don't want to hear him yap. See, if he wins and he shuts up for a month, I'll be happy. I just don't want to hear him yapping again for another month. Like, just pipe down. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, he never does. Shut up, like.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, he works hard, he wins, he has the right to talk, but you're just taking the piss at this point, because, like, yes, we get it, you won a boxing match. Well done. Many people have done it. Like I said, fight a boxer and beat him, and I will literally give you 100% props. I will sit here for 30 fucking minutes and tell you why Jake Paul is a great boxer once you beat a professional boxer. I will actually do it. I will sit here for 30 minutes and commend you on it when you beat an actual boxer. But
yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in because I wanted to see what your opinion on the Jake Paul and UFC fighter thing was. Because I knew you'd have the same opinion as me. I knew you'd have the same opinion as me. It's just like, why?
Yeah, it's just fucking... There's pointless at this point, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if he wins...
Is,
if he trains hard and he wins, fair play to him. You know, I respect him for getting in the ring. And if he gets in there and he wins, I respect the fact that he got in there and he outboxed the other guy. Like, fair play. I'll give him respect,
yeah.
But...
it's like the whole thing is as well, is what KSI is saying as well. It's like, there is a global pandemic,
exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's killing loads of fucking people, and you're just like, why is the main focus in your life boxing people? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, cool, like, do that whenever there's no pandemic, but it's like, right now, your main focus should just be on trying to fucking survive a fucking pandemic right now, because we're in it, just live through it.
See,
you know what I mean? He's just acting like it's not even here.
It's different for like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and all because their work is boxing. So if you were to not, I can guarantee you now, if you took boxing away from them for a couple of years, I can guarantee you they still have enough money to keep them settled. But
yeah,
that's their work, so you can't expect them to stop boxing because that is their work. Technically, Jake Paul's main source of income right now, I'm pretty sure, is boxing because he doesn't do YouTube anymore. He uploads very rarely. He does music here and there, but compared to Jake Paul numbers, it doesn't get Jake Paul numbers. Like, it gets, don't get me wrong, his music video will probably get like 1.2 mil, which is a lot because I will never get 1.2 million views on one video. So don't get me wrong, but compared to where he was, it is nothing, you know what I mean? Compared to the bar that Jake Paul set, because he does have like 22 million subscribers, compared to the bar he's set, it is nothing. You know what I mean? To Jake Paul level, it's nothing. That's just my point. So I think his main source of income is boxing, but I don't care if he wants to continue boxing, do it, but just fight people who have experience in boxing so we're actually interested in fight, because I have no interest in the Ben Askren fight. I will do a video where I do my predictions, yes, because people like to see it and I want to do it, but I'm not going to be overly hyped for the fight. Like, I'm not going to be sitting up till all hours watching it. What I will do is I will wait till I wake up the next morning and I will watch the highlights. Like, it's not one of those fights I'm staying up for and watching, like the Anthony Joshua fight, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll move on to the question here. I only have one of the questions here. It's literally just the reason I picked this one. It says, if COVID is gone, right? It says when COVID is gone, but we're going to say it. If COVID is gone by summer, what things are you planning on doing? Because it says when COVID is gone by summer. I'm like, it probably won't be gone by summer, so I'm going to change it. If COVID is gone by summer, what things are you planning to do? So if COVID, say, it probably won't happen, but say COVID got fucked off. Say it fucked off. To fucking Jupiter or whatever. At summer. What would you love to do? First off, one of my things, I'm 100% getting back in basketball and the gym. God damn, I have not played basketball properly in about 2 years, and I feel like I've been fucking drained of it. Like, I'm pissed. I want to play fucking basketball, and I want to go to the gym, and I want to hit the boxing back again. I just want freedom.
That's a good one.
I think one of yours would be gym again, yeah.
I would be, but
yeah.
I know, I've already got all mine. Like, I have so much.
What?
Right, so, gonna go on a holiday.
Yep.
Right. Need to go on a holiday to get out of here. So, gonna go on a holiday. Gonna come back. Gonna go on a road trip with the boys, because it's gonna be great. So, we're all gonna go on a road trip. So, there'll be about 4 of you guys and me, because... And then 2 in the boot, if you want 2 in the boot.
Just stuff them in.
So, right, you know, you eat yourselves in the boot and don't let the police see you. No, so, road trip, be great. Taking a trip to McDonald's with the boys because we need, yes, so we'll do that. Go back to your house and get a Chinese or 4-star like we always used to do, and sit up till fucking 2 AM and then walk in the freezing cold.
Yeah.
Put a warmth on it, you know, so we'll do that. Get drunk with you guys as well. Need to do that.
This is very all basic stuff.
Because, yeah, exactly. When I have sex, because
like
sex is fun.
This is like all the obvious answers. Like, my obvious answer is obviously get all the videos I haven't been able to record over COVID done, but that's the obvious answer. So it's like, I'm going to go with the answer that is the one I'm more... Like, I want to record the videos, yeah, but everybody knows that's my answer. Where I'm kind of just like, basketball, that's the one thing in my personal life I want to fucking do. Like, I miss basketball so fucking much. I miss the gym, but I miss basketball so much. I miss the competitive... It sounds weird. I miss the competitiveness. I miss being elbowed in the rib in the face while driving to the basket and then draining and freeing somebody's face and then talking trash to them. I miss it. I miss me and Cameron Stevenson going at each other all throughout summer of who's the best in the fucking group, and then by the end of fucking summer, me and him playing like 5 matches in a day and just literally it being like a draw every time because we're both so competitive and refuse to lose.
Do you know one thing I actually want to do, which is weird of me to say because I hate it?
What?
I want to go to town. I want to go into town and I just want to walk around town and go to Red Planet. I don't want to go everywhere in town. I want to go KFC in town, and I just want to have a day out in town. Even though I hate town, I just want to have a day out in town. So I do like we used to, with no fucking masks or fucking shit or social distancing. That's what I want to do. I want to go to town. I want to get a KFC. Want to go to Costa or somewhere, or just get a fucking coffee and a huge ass cream bun or whatever the fuck. Go to Forbidden Planet, see comic books, go to fucking CEX, go to anywhere. I want to go and I want to get tattoos. I want to fucking, yes. I want to get more tattoos as well.
Oh yeah,
that's what I dream of whenever. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I dream of whenever COVID is over.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know, because obviously at some point in our lifetime it will be over, like it will be done, so that this is what I'm going to do whenever it's done, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, I just need to keep holding on to it, though, because if I don't hold on to it, then I've got nothing to hold on to, and I'll just be sitting here in my bedroom all the time. You know?
Yeah.
That's morbid, but I'll just be doing that. Yeah.
No, I want to play basketball when I get videos done, then I want to go over to Manchester with Cameron and shit.
Yeah. And be as,
I want to just show up at Cameron's one and be like, we're getting drunk.
Here's the Corona.
I want to go to Obento and get my chicken katsu.
Yo, Obento is sick, man.
I miss my chicken katsu. That's fucking amazing. I was minding.
I've had it 2
that's
times my whole life.
That's literally mine and Cameron Warren's place. Like every single time me and Cameron Warren are going to town together, and one of us asks where we're getting food, we both look at each other like, we know. Like Cameron Warren even said, he goes, when I think of Obento going somewhere, he goes, it's always you because that's mine and your place. It's like McDonald's is mine and your place because me and you always go to McDonald's. Cameron goes, that's mine and Josh's place to go to Obento because it's always me and him love that fucking place. It's great. Like,
Obento was sick, like.
But yeah, so basketball and Manchester, on YouTube, and then yours is just everything that you can't do right now. Literally everything you can't do right now.
Literally
everything. What do you want to do whenever COVID's gone? Everything that I can't do when COVID is here, basically.
Yeah. I feel weird because I feel like sex would have been the top of my list, but sex is like the middle of my list, if not like near the bottom.
Nah, fuck that. I'd rather go to basketball.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I'd rather just sit and be alone.
you know, being able to play basketball, that's more satisfying than sex, honestly. Hearing the swish of that free, just that clean of the swish, that's more satisfying to me.
Playing around the world and beating your actual basketball player mate and you don't play basketball, feels so good. Even though it's never happened to me before. Because
it always ends up, I start off really bad, you get really ahead, and I get annoyed at myself, and then I just don't miss a shot until the game ends.
Yeah. Literally, that's why I never risk it, because I know if I risk it, the ball will most likely go to you. The ball's going to go to you any fucking way, and I'm not going to get a shot. That's why I always start to play the game. I always start, at least then I know I'm getting a shot. Yeah.
I remember the game you started, and then you missed your free shots, and I then went, and I didn't miss a single shot. I finished the game before you even got a second goal because I just I either hit it on the first, second, or third shot. I didn't even have to risk it. I just ran.
That's really bad playing with someone who's actually good at basketball, because it's just like, fam, like.
Yeah, but that's why I do step backs.
Go.
That's why I literally, instead of just shooting, I dribble behind my back and then do a step back to make it a more difficult shot for me. Because now I want to work on my shot as well. So. But yes, that's what we're doing after El COVID. Is El fuck off though.
El Covido, oh no.
But yeah, no, we'll end it here because the camera will cut off in a minute. But yes, Shay's links are below. My links are below as always. Hope you all enjoy. Smash like button, smash subscribe button if you haven't yet already. Hope you all are thinking positive and testing negative. As always, hope you all have an amazing day. Like I said, I've been Undisputed. That's been Shay. Shay, do you have anything to say?
Go and watch Cobra Kai.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. You'll see my face in the record now, so you should say. No, yeah, I've been Undisputed. That's been Shay. Hope you all have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next one. So, peace.
Peace.